Hey guys, this is Mr. Newman, and I thought I would just give you a quick look at what I'm expecting for Q3 book talk. I know we haven't had a lot of time to talk about it in class because we've had refugee reading and then refugee suitcase, and then we've got some other stuff going on as I record this at the last of February. So I just figured I'd do a quick video, and that way you can see for sure. So Q3 book talk's gonna look a little bit different. I had this really fun idea to do kind of like what we've been doing for our Tenacious 20 bingo, but make it a bigger assignment. But because of the time we have, I don't think we're going to be able to do this. So hopefully you're all clapping and happy when you hear this. The way you're going to present is going to be just like first quarter, where you get up, you tell me your book, you tell me why your person's different from you, and then you give me the gist of your book without any spoilers. So that should be nice on you that way. Now, for the book talk itself, remember it is due March 18th. So remember we have the Friday before the quarter ends. The quarter ends March 22nd. So the Friday before the quarter ends is when all other work is due. But for this, I give you the weekend plus a day to be ready. So March 18th is when you need to have your book read and ready for book talk. All right, so what are you going to read? I told you a couple weeks ago that you're going to choose a realistic fiction book about a character who's different from you. And I tried to give you some ideas on different ways you could look at different, but I'll show you here as well. So do a character that's a different gender than you. So if you are a girl, the easiest way to get this done is choose a realistic fiction book that has a character that's a boy. If you're a boy, choose the opposite. Okay? What about a character that looks different from you? This could be a character that has a different ethnicity than you. So if you're white and you choose someone who's Hispanic or black or Polynesian, that works. But hey, if you're a Polynesian or a Hispanic person or whatever, and you want to choose a white person, that works as well. A character with a disability or different abilities than you. So you can choose someone, if you're able-bodied and you pick someone with a disability, that works. Or let's say you're not athletic and you choose someone who's athletic. Or you are an athletic person and you choose someone who has, problems with their body or whatever. That would work. So there's a lot of different ways you can meet this standard. You just need to come talk to one of your teachers for clarification on that. All right, so basically what we're trying to do is I want you to explore the world through someone else's point of view. It's really easy to, even if you love to read, it is super easy to be able to just say, you know what, I like just this genre, I like just this kind of book, but I want you to broaden your horizons and read about someone who's different from you, okay? Now what if you say, hey, my character's a dragon, I'm not a dragon, will this work? No, you cannot. You need a realistic fiction book, okay? Now, I can help you. I've got quite a few in my library that you can choose from, but Mrs. Mitchell's going to be your BFF on this one. She has so many good ideas for you, and she has a whole collection. So there's that. All right, so what are we doing for the project? This part I don't need to go through with you because we're not doing that part. All right, so just remember that realistic fiction, guys, it's not fantasy, it's not science fiction, mystery, biography, nonfiction, historical fiction. It's not a graphic novel. We're looking for a fiction book that can be that would be realistic. Okay, so Hunger Games, probably not going to work this time. Those Michael Vey or those kinds of things, not going to work, okay? Realistic fiction. All right, now let me show you really quick some collections that you could use so that you can find a good book. Now, if you go to my announcement, any announcement would work, but any announcement starting today, you can look, and if you look on this, remember at the bottom, it says need to find a book for the genre, click here. And if you click, I've hyperlinked it already to a collection of all the books that in the Sojo library that could qualify for this project. Now you can pick any book that qualifies. If it's at the public library, fine. But I wanted to show you some of what we have here. So here's one that is Girls' Lives, and if you look, there's 400 items. So if you are a boy and you just pick a book with a girl in it, so many books that you can use. Okay? And all you have to do, if you like one, click on it. And it'll tell you what it's in, what it's about, and you can decide. So there's that. Okay? All right. Of course, if you're a girl and you want one that's just basically about a boy, here we go. See, and you can even look at, okay, here's this one, Come Home Safe. So even though it's about a boy, this is also about someone who is of African American descent. So technically, even if you are a boy, you could use that because the person's of a different race than you. But see, so you can look and find a lot of different books. Okay. So there's that. Pack Your Bags. This one is about, if you look, Live the Lives of Teens in Other Parts of the World. So these are about teenagers that live in different parts of the world, whether it's India, China, Brazil, wherever. So you can check here and look at the kind of books that might appeal to you. Morning Sun in Wuhan is really good. I like that one. Samosa Rebellion's good. Yeah, so you can decide. All right. So American Medley, this one is different. See, and here's Come Home Safe again. American Medley is one where these are kids who live in America but their families are from different parts of the world, or their races are different than just your regular American white person. So regardless of gender, if you want to use someone who is a Chinese American or a Native American or whatever, you can come through here and look. There are a lot of good ones. All right. So then the last two, Enabled is one of my favorite ones because it hits close to home, and I have a daughter with a disability, but these are about people who have different disabilities for whatever reason. Starfish is really good. A book about a girl who gets teased for being bigger. There are ones about kids who are dealing with ADHD or other mental health issues. So yeah, one of my favorites, there's, see, Focused, fantastic one. Tangerine I've got. There's one called Insignificant Events in the Life of a Cactus. That's about a girl with no arms, which is really cool. Out of My Mind is probably my favorite book from this genre. So those are some ideas. And then you also have one called Love is Love. So if this one is LGBTQ centered, so if you're someone who isn't LGBTQ but is interested in kids that go through gender identity crises or who choose to be or who are LGBTQ, you can choose these, but obviously you are not forced to read anything of that nature. Choose whatever you'd like. So those are some of the collections that you can choose from. I hope that helps. I will be creating, after this video, I will be creating an assignment where you have to tell me the book you're reading and why the person's different. That will help me approve your book very quickly, and then you can get moving on to reading it and getting ready with it. All right. Fantastic job, guys. Thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.